Hey, what's up? Kalen here. In this video, I want to talk about a strategy that agencies can use that are building product. A lot of times as an e-commerce agency, you're doing services, you're doing consulting work, getting those high ticket projects, but there's a lot of manual work involved. Margins are lower, and so maybe you have an idea for a product that you want to build, and you build something. On the side, or maybe you build something for a client, but you're able to repurpose it and own the IP and things like that. But the challenge is that for agencies whose business model is, again, those higher ticket projects for services work, it can be hard to get a product off the ground because, let's say you're charging $70 a month or $100 a month. You got 10 clients. It's $1,000 a month compared to $200,000-$300,000 or $100,000 builds. It's just really hard to justify the time spent on that. And so I think that I've talked to, some different agencies that have put out products and had different levels of success, and I actually want to do some more in-depth interviews with some of those companies. But I think one thing to do is to think about how to sort of leverage your product to get some PR, or basically to get Magento talking about what you've done. I think Ecommerce has done a good job of that with, obviously Bluefoot, but also like the payment extensions they've done recently. I saw, they were promoted on the Magento blog and stuff like that. So if you can find something to build that that Magento will be interested in promoting, or whatever platform you're on, maybe you're on Magento or on another platform, if you can build something that the mothership will want to promote, then you're getting more bang for your buck. Like that money you're putting into the product, maybe you only have a small number of customers and the product revenue isn't that meaningful, but the buzz that you're going to get, the PR that you're going to get from that can be much more meaningful in terms of driving business to your services, which is really your core business model. That can be useful. And then also maybe you dedicate the way you're dedicating resources. Maybe you have one person that works on that product, and so you're not having you're sort of limiting the amount of resources you're investing in it. And so instead of having your whole team or large numbers of people, maybe there's just, I think a few of the products that come to mind that came out of agencies, there's just sort of one person working on them. And so, they can just kind of own the whole thing. And so if you can do that, that can limit the amount of time that you have to invest in them. And then the other idea is just to sort of use them as lead generation for your services work. You have that product out there that fills a need in the market. You built it for some of your clients. You have your clients on it. And then, you put it out there, and then other, potential clients start to use it. And maybe you have a little bit of branding in there in the extension and admin interface, or maybe you do some email marketing to them, and, they're like, wow, this is a great solution, really smart the way it was built. And then, oh, hey, here's this company that built it. Maybe I could use them for my next big project or whatever. So if you're just looking at the product revenue, it's going to be peanuts, especially early on compared to your agency revenue. So it's going to feel like, man, how can I justify spending time on this? But when you start to line up all the additional side benefits that you can get through that, it might make it easier to really justify investing the time that you'll need to invest to really get it off the ground. And then as you are putting more of that time in, then the product revenue itself maybe starts to become very significant, to where maybe you can put one person dedicated on that product to develop it, or half of that person's time, and put somebody on marketing. That's, I think, usually where agencies, maybe they'll dedicate development time, but then marketing, they're probably not going to really push much marketing around it. So if you can get to the point where you can push marketing to it, then you can probably have a chance of really getting it off the ground. So let me know what you think. If you're an agency that has a product or is thinking about building a product, and you'd like any advice, help, let me know. I'm always interested in kind of helping to consult around those types of things. And if you have any questions, comments, post them up. We'd love to hear from you. And thanks for watching.